In today's show, I will discuss the main reasons why the Canon C200 is the absolutely perfect camera. No, come on, I'm just kidding. There's no such things as a perfect camera. We all know that, don't we? Today we will be discussing 10 things we like and 5 features we still miss in the Canon C200. If you're interested in hearing more about this sweet camera topic, then make sure to hit the subscribe button and feel free to hit that notification bell too. Let's dive into this beautiful Canon C200 episode of Profilmmakers. Before we start, please don't expect a technically infused camera review in this episode. What you're going to hear is more of a camera jamming and some real-world experience. We own a Canon C200 for almost 2 years now. This camera is serving us really well and we are using it on a wide variety of different client projects. And today I will go through the 10 main reasons why Canon C200 is such a good fit for our video agency studio production house. Reason number 1, out-of-the-box system. If you decide to go with the basic kit that is currently running around $6,500 US, then you get a camera system that is ready to shoot straight out of the box. Basically, all you need to do is to attach a lens on this beauty and you're ready to go. Magic time! It's that simple. This camera is equipped with a Super 35 CMOS sensor and a dual pixel autofocus system. It can record Canon Cinema RAW light internally on its single CFast card slot. The camera also holds 2 SD card slots for recording 4K resolution in a quite robust XF ABC 8-bit codec. A built-in EVF enables the camera to maintain a small footprint when you're shooting handheld in documentary or event type of work. In the package, you will also find a removable 4-inch LCD screen as well as the included top handle and a camera grip. You can output video via the camera's SDI output, and probably the most important thing, it has 2 built-in XLR connectors that provide 2 channels of professional audio inputs. On top of that, there is built-in Wi-Fi and Ethernet connectivity that allows for browser remote control, which comes handy when the camera is placed on a crane or in hard-to-reach positions. I almost sound like a TV commercial now, guys, so I better stop. But then again, this is all true. Did I mention that it has built-in ND filters? Okay, I need to leave something for later. We are still at number 1 reason, and I'm mixing things a bit up. As I said before, this is a camera jam review. There is no need to buy additional audio adapters, audio recorders, additional external video recorders, or additional anything else. Hope that folks at Red and Ari Camera can hear me on this one. You take it out of the bag, you attach your favorite EF lens and a battery, and you are good to go. Did I mention that the battery usually lasts forever? Well, that holds true also. Reason number 2, autofocus. The built-in dual-pixel CMOS AF technology is an absolute game changer, and it is only getting better. Obviously, you can still use focus tracking yourself manually, but it definitely helps to have a reliable autofocus system when you're working alone doing documentary or run-and-gun type of projects. I tend to work a lot as a gimbal operator, and in certain cases I don't have a dedicated focus puller. In those situations, having the dual pixel focusing system at the reach of a button is an absolute lifesaver. I like the fact that you can choose a variety of different AF modes, being face tracking, object tracking, or center framing. How good is this dual pixel on a real client project? In most scenarios where there is no overwhelming foreground elements, it tends to be super good. In high-speed action scenes, especially when the subject is moving fast toward the camera lens, it tends to occasionally get a bit on the soft side. But then again, it regains its focus back quickly and delivers tack-sharp images. Number 3. Affordable and reliable. I know what you're thinking right now. How can you say affordable when it costs $6,500 and the Blackmagic Pocket 6K is sold at $2,500? Well, despite being already for more than 2 years on the camera market, I think this cinema camera is still one of the best bang for the buck, even in 2019. Let me explain why. If I were to buy a RED camera, let's say a RED Gemini 5K, I would end up spending something like $40,000 for the kit, and if I went with an Alexa Mini, I would easily pass the $50,000 mark, so spending $7,500 on a Canon camera system still is a very reasonable price. Obviously, the C200 is not an Alexa or a RED, but at the same time, its features are still amazing. 4K RAW up to 60 frames per second with the ability to record proxy files at the same time on an SD card is truly sweet. On the other hand, if I would choose to compare it to the Blackmagic 6K, by the time you buy a small cage, additional battery powering system, an additional external monitor for the 6K Blackmagic, and a separated sound recording system, you hit the $5,000 mark with a system that becomes full of cables and additional accessories. I don't know about you guys, but I like my camera rig to be as simple as possible in order to be able to focus on the creative side of things when I am on the shooting set. In the last 2 years, the Canon C200 has proven itself over and over and over again in terms of being durable and reliable no matter the weather or shooting conditions. So that's a big plus for this camera. Versatility, small enough to be placed just about anywhere and strong enough to compete with the big boys. The C200 is such an amazing, versatile cinema camera that can handle any job, no matter how big or small it is. When placed on a free-file DJI gimbal, it becomes a true ninja, super light and super powerful. We use the C200 in music videos, advertising, event movies, corporate films. You name it, we made it. When shooting advertising or short fiction films, we use the Canon RAW codec, and when doing longer form documentary work, we decided to go with the XF-AVC 4K codec. Is this 8-bit codec perfect? No, it's not. I would definitely prefer having a 10-bit 422 codec baked in this camera. However, due to Canon's superior color science, even the 8-bit 4K XF-AVC has really proven itself to be great, broadcast-safe codec. If you really insist on having a 10-bit codec, shooting RAW and then transcoding everything into ProRes HQ is also a very good alternative option. Number 5. Built-in ND filters. This is my personal plea to all the cinema camera manufacturers out there. Let's agree that the built-in ND filter is a must. I'm not asking for much. Come on, people. Who's with me on this one? Please comment below if you agree that all camera manufacturers should include ND filters in their cinema line of cameras. Hope that Blackmagic, RED, and the rest of the usual suspects are listening to me right now. The C200 includes 2, 4, and 6 stops of ND filters in default settings, and that range can be extended even more in the menu to 8 or 10 stops, which makes it perfect for super bright shooting conditions like a sunny day in snow-covered landscape. Number 6. Canon color science and skin tones. Do I really need to explain this one any further? I think this is the single best selling point of Canon. Their color science that makes the skin tones looks absolutely gorgeous with little to no work in post-production, all depending on the codec and the gamma you're shooting. When shooting RAW, I tend to go with the C-Log 2, and when shooting XF-AVC, I stick to the C-Log, which makes it perfect to matching it with the C-Log of the Canon EOS R. When shooting 12-bit RAW, C200 delivers almost 15 stops of dynamic range, which delivers beautiful highlight roll-offs, something that is truly crucial when going for beautiful lifestyle imagery. Number 7. Small and compact. Like I mentioned before, this camera is small and compact, and it leaves a super small footprint. When stripped down, it can fit on any gimbal. We used it with Steadicams, sliders, a Movi Pro, and even a Ronin S. Even when shooting handheld, you can go for hours without feeling fatigue. Number 8. Being part of the Canon ecosystem. We had several shootings where we completely matched the C200 to the Canon EOS R or the Canon 1DX Mark II with no problem whatsoever. Obviously, we dialed in the settings to best fit each other, we used the color chart for the reference and matched everything in post-production color grading session. Because this camera shares the same color science across the whole Canon family, it makes it so easy to seamlessly match everything in post. Number 9. Shooting style. This camera looks good and feels good no matter the setup you are using. We use it as a B camera to our Red Dragon, as an A camera to our Canon EOS R, and as a standalone lifestyle docu camera. We use it for handheld and gimbal work, and we even use it for our Profilmmaker YouTube show, as we are doing it in this moment. Yeah, right, today we are shooting our show with 2 of these C200 babies. I think this is the perfect YouTube cinema camera because it ticks all the right boxes, at least for us. Number 10. Canon EF lenses. As an owner-operator of many gorgeous-looking Canon EF lenses, I have to say that the ability to use all of those and with expanded dual AF features is a dream come true. Even when I have the chance to go with the Canon Cinema EOS line of prime lenses, I'm often in doubt. The Holy Canon lens trinity, the 16-35, 24-70 and the 70-200 cover 90% of my needs when shooting with the C200. Obviously, when paired with proper cinema glass, this camera transforms itself into a true cinema beast. By now you all think this whole show is sponsored by Canon. I wish it was, but it's not. We bought this camera and I'm not getting paid to do any of this. And in order to prove it, I'm going to counterbalance with 5 things I really wish this camera had. Okay, number 1 thing, 10-bit internal codec. I think that this is by far the most requested feature of them all. Does Canon have enough gut to cannibalize completely the Canon C300 Mark II and include a 10-bit codec with one of the future upgrades of the Canon C200? Please let me know what you think below on this hot topic. Number 2. Dual ISO sensitivity. I would love to see Canon make some progress in low light department. C200 claims to be an ISO 800 based camera. I tend to treat it more like a 640 ISO based on my experience. That being said, I love the organic quality of the Canon noise/grain. Number 3. This is again a big one, at least for me. Slow motion or overcranking. Would love to see Canon boosting those frame rates. Come on Canon, I know you can do that. The 120 frames in HD resolution is okay. Tends to be a bit soft for my taste, however in overcranking we need to say bye-bye to the autofocus dual pixel focusing system, which is a true pity. Number 4. No simultaneous HDMI and HD SDI output. This is one of the features that comes really handy on set. It allows you to have an HDMI camera operator monitor and at the same time spit out an HD SDI signal for the client. Come on Canon, I know you can make this one happen. Number 5. This is a personal one, I confess. I would love to have the ability to record different video formats to the CFast cards. I really love how robust and reliable the CFast cards feels in hand. They give me this sense of trust. Obviously, they need to be specifically with that price tag attached to them. I would really appreciate if having the option to record XF ABC codec to CFast cards, which is still not an option at this moment. You can only record 4K codec RAW to the CFast, which is absolutely fine, but in certain shooting situations, just not enough. Okay folks, this is it from me on the subject of this amazingly versatile camera that serves both ends of the client spectrum. If there is anything left unsaid on the subject of this camera, please comment below, and I would love to hear what do you think. If you like our show, subscribe below and hit the notification bell, and if you don't, that's okay. Subscribe anyway, because we are going to help you become a better filmmaker. This show was powered by Studio Production House, a video agency specialized in making video content look good, and Provideorentals, a video rental company providing us with all the latest video tech. Make sure to stay inspired and shoot the stuff that you love. And always remember one thing, no matter what happens on the shooting set, we're gonna ride like it's alright. Thank you, beautiful people, for watching our show. Stay creative, stay tuned, and I'll see you next week in the new episode of the Profilmmakers. Adios!